In the introductory course lecture video, I spoke to some of the contents in the study itself, the content of public sector human resource in our course, what will contain and what will address from a knowledge, skills, abilities, and objectives outcome. In this video, I just want to talk a little bit about the process of this course. The process of this course involves really four major components. There are 2 case study examinations in which you'll be given a set of challenges and problems to address. You will then answer them in a format that analyzes this and brings this back to your perspective, utilizing and integrating all the information from the course, professional references, and of course then synthesize those into your own opinion. There will be a team project that I'll speak to, and then a final paper. Starting out, the first case examination will cause you to examine a similar to real-life world problem involving a fairly complex human resource problem for a public sector agency. In this, we'll be seeing an agency dealing with emotions, facts, investigations, intent, and really examining rights, obligations, responsibilities of all parties, from personnel to the chief administrator to the individual employees and their representatives. So case 1 will be done as directed in your assignment. Make sure to follow that carefully. What you'll be doing in this, in responding to this case examination, is you'll be doing this analysis, integrating course concepts and synthesizing key issues into statements that you will then come to a conclusion and draw a recommendation from. You'll be writing in the method of an introduction, or identifying what the issues are, references or citing reference information or citation to particular rules, regulations, or other sources of expertise. Then you'll be analyzing this, placing this information together, synthesizing it into a report that arrives at a conclusion. Again, make sure to follow the instructions. Your second major assignment will be the team or group project. The group project is often met with certain concerns. This is important in this course because as a behavioral science study, there is the process of human resource management with skills, knowledge, and abilities that have to be applied. But just as important, this is a highly interactive, hands-on process that takes the social dynamics into account, and its perspective, biases. There is thought process, the way we're raised, the way we look at people. There are a number of things that can't be just simulated or learned in a course purely from lecture notes, even video, or from a textbook. So the team project, while sometimes a bit of a challenge, can be done, and it's important and instructive as we approach and review the challenges in this field. So work at it with the perspective that you are on a team that must come to a project output, and remember to use all the appropriate filters at the right times, but understand you are working all for a definitive purpose and must be done as a team. In case 2, you'll be given an assignment to interview a public or not-for-profit human resource manager, director, or other professional. If you have any questions about that, please contact me. But the purpose here is to actually take what you're learning from the course, interview a professional, and remember to use our guidelines where you'll identify who it is, you'll develop what their background is, and then you'll relate the course concepts that you have learned to your questions and answers of that professional, and then integrate that into a conclusion about how that professional has experienced certain things in their career growth and development that you have found in the course that will aid you and guide in the future. Then we finalize our course with a term paper that's something unlike you've written before, probably. It is a paper that will project human resources and as it develops into the future, and then it'll look back in the past. So in other words, this type of reflective paper puts you placed in the future, and you are reporting and looking back to how human resources issues and challenges have changed over the past years. From the date of this course forward, you'll be looking back. I'll be direct. There's reasons for this. One of the reasons is that you will not be able to use any other work. This will be all your work, and you'll have to demonstrate your knowledge and understanding of the terms and concepts and definitions and many of the issues that we have discussed. You'll have to, from your position in taking this course, look forward these number of years and see and project, see how it will develop. You'll have to be a visionary, and you'll be writing in the context of yourself, then looking back from that future point on how your projections and how these things developed in human resources. You will be using professional citations, lecture notes, videos, and all these sources to develop how the issues are today, as in the current date that we're taking the course, but also how they may change in the future. So you'll certainly be using, and you won't be alone to just speculate completely, because any good projected strategic visionary understands they have to follow a baseline of where things are today and identifying trends and future forecasts. There are a number of resources that will aid you in that, but it's definitely an individualized learning experience. I'm sure you'll find these elements of the course to build and working together with the one other major issue in this course, or major project and challenge, is your discussion board, where you interact with myself and your other student classmates, because truly, again, this is a course, and human resources is about the interaction of humans and building of relationships, or how all these relationships work. Again, highly interactive and hands-on, and based in discussion and dialogue. It can't be done from just observing. You can't sit in the sidelines and be a good developing human resource professional. I'm sure that it'll work out very well, and you'll find the discussion board to be one of the critical parts of learning in this course.